The man in this car is picking up his mistress for a midday liaison, unaware that a private investigator hired by his suspicious wife is capturing the tryst on tape. The duo drives to a motel to begin their romantic rendezvous. The cheater goes to check in. But instead of returning with a room key, all he's got is bad news. It seems he forgot to reserve a room. And unless they want to get busy in the back seat, they're going to have to get busy finding another motel. So they hit the highway to search for another love nest. But they won't be shacking up at this chateau either. It's booked too. They drive from motel to motel, but it seems this city doesn't have a single vacancy. Looks like their nooners turning into a midnight run. Hours later, the tired couple finally gets lucky, a few counties away. At first, the key gets stuck, so he starts banging on the door. And eventually, they get in. But in their haste to hit the sheets, they foolishly forget to close the curtains, and the PI gets it all on tape. Now there's another problem. After a long day of driving, it seems Romeo here doesn't have the strength left to perform. But he's learned his lesson. Maybe spending less time driving for sex will enhance his sex drive. A freight train speeds down the track near Toledo, Ohio. But a closer look reveals a scary sight. No one is at the throttle. A half-witted controller fell asleep at the switch down at the train yard, and now this locomotive is on the loose. And to make matters worse, it's pulling tanker cars filled with highly flammable liquid.
We observed several cars that were tanker cars that were displaying hazardous material placards.
So how do you stop a treacherous train that's traveling faster than a speeding bullet? You use a speeding bullet.
I used a buckshot round to attempt to engage the fuel safety shutoff switch.
Turns out the guy who let the train get loose in the first place called Sergeant Glenn with a direct order: shoot to kill. And guess what? Doesn't work. So the train speeds on, until finally a hero comes forward, willing to risk his own life to stop this menace. And he chickens out. So someone else has to do it. Another man jumps aboard, makes his way into the engineer's cabin, and with a mighty pull of the throttle, brings the Iron Giant to a halt, much to the relief of Sergeant Glenn.
I did not want to go through the situation again.
And it's not likely he'll be asked to. Because the only thing that got derailed today was the train controller's career.